Really, y'all, this is like the bee's knees to me. I love plants like this, where you can harvest, you can eat them, and you can make more plants out of them. Hey everyone, I'm Angelique, and you are now tuned in to Smarter by Nature TV. In this video, I wanted to share with you how I harvest longevity spinach. So this area that we're growing in is pretty shady. It's under pine trees, but it still gets some direct sun during different parts of the day. Our longevity spinach started from really a few plants that we were gifted, and ever since then, we've been cultivating it and ever expanding it. I never really knew I loved longevity spinach until I grew it and realized how it can just grow in a lot of conditions. There are some factors that will hinder its growth, like taking it from a shady place and putting it in direct sun and expecting it to do the same performance when it's different conditions. Other than that, if you leave it alone where it is, if it's doing well, it will keep growing. We have propagated and spaced it out in different areas, and it has really been okay. This is why I can't get the video out on time, because of her. Like, I'm trying to do this, and ouch, she wants to climb like it's a jungle gym. What are you doing? And that's where she gotta go now. But she don't want to just sit down. She want to do a lot. And this is why I try to shoo her, because then I lose my train of thought. But longevity spinach. Longevity spinach is a vining crop, so it will kind of form to whatever landscape you have. So these are longevity spinach that have traveled up this fencing that was wrapped around our tree. And it started down there on the ground and slowly made its way up. And so now it's climbing up the tree. I love this. I just imagine just a trellis full of these beautiful green plants. We just planted some longevity spinach cuttings in this pot, and it did take some time to establish because it wasn't the strongest plant, but we wanted to experiment. We noticed that they started to produce new leaves and they eventually got healthier. So now we harvest from it. Longevity spinach is an Asian variety. We love to saute it, steam it, and we're gonna put out a recipe because you have to try this. It's really different than the Bloomsdale spinach that we normally get in the grocery store. It is a little bit more fibrous, but that means it could absorb more flavor. People love it at the market, so I'm gonna be harvesting right now. Let's go. All I use is some scissors or some snippers or a knife. So all I do is snip in between the sets of leaves, and I just cut it at an angle, and a new form will come out the stem. So that is pretty much the process. I just really snip it one time, collect it, and move on. Having it on this trellis also makes it easier to harvest. Like we just gonna do right here. And it's easier to get. Even on this side, the longevity spinach is growing. Each intersection in between the stem and the leaf will produce this cute little baby set that will produce a whole new vine. So I just love that. Each one. Really, y'all, this is like the bee's knees to me. I love plants like this, where you can harvest, you can eat them, and you can make more plants out of them. Each one of these stalks, each one of these stems can be regrown into a whole new plant. How amazing is that? And really, I think about that every time I harvest. Like, wow, this is amazing. Wow, this is amazing. Like, it really brings me a lot of joy. If you have never had longevity spinach or grown it, I encourage you to do so. We are expanding and we hope to be able to share with you all soon. I just wanted to share with you one of my favorite plants to grow. It's so low maintenance. It just really grows on its own. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Thank you for watching. Consider supporting us on Patreon. And as always, thank you for being smarter by nature.